Hello guys, this is Dr. Palaniappan Manickam. In the previous video, we talked about this time restricted eating, like eating your dinner before sunset. I was completely surprised that 90% of the comments, the average time period was around 10 p.m. I was thinking around like 8:30 or 9, but 10 p.m., that's too late. No wonder India is the next diabetic capital of the world. After seeing my video, my friend Saravana Kumar called me and said, "Dey pal, your method is too long da. I saw a video on YouTube. It says how to lose belly fat in 3 days by holding your breath like this." 3 daysக்கு எப்படிடா பண்ண முடியும்? Don't follow any shortcut. If you try to bypass anything, you will end up getting a bypass surgery. Hearty congratulations to everybody who reviewed their eating period and wrote down the exact number of hours of eating period in the comment section. That is the first step in this long journey, being aware of the problem. I started like that as well. In this video, I'm going to discuss about the practical problems that I faced when I started adopting this technique. As you all know, I was weighing 200 pounds before. I was obese. When I started to incorporate this lifestyle, I moved my dinner time from 9 p.m. to 8 p.m. That small change looked as if I'm doing the biggest thing in my life. Everything surrounding me looked like food to me. If somebody says good morning, it sounded like food morning to me. If I see an aloe vera juice, it sounded like aloo parota to me. My wife would tempt me like, நீ கிச்சன் பக்கம் வந்தா மீன் குழம்பு, கோழி குருமா, நண்டு வறுவல் எல்லாம் சமைச்சு வச்சிருக்கேன் அப்படின்ட்டு. நான் தண்ணீரில் இருக்கும் மீன் கருவாடு ஆகலாம், ஆனால் கருவாடு மீனாக முடியாது. எனக்கு லட்சியம்தான் முக்கியம். So the first main problem that I had was I started feeling like hunger after moving this dinner time earlier. The main problem was I was confusing thirst with hunger. There is just a fine line between thirst and hunger. If you choose food over water, this thin line will become a thick line on your waist. You should stand on the side of thirst and tell hunger that இந்த கோட்டை தாண்டி நீயும் வரக்கூடாது, நானும் வர மாட்டேன். My mom used to say, before eating, don't drink water, da, you will not be able to eat properly. The exact same concept can be applied here as well. During the first 2 weeks, I woke up in the middle of the night with hunger-like feeling. I started drinking water and I went to sleep right back. Actually, the sleep quality eventually got better. The only major problem was because I was drinking so much water, I was urinating more often. I have to wake up in the middle of the night 1 or 2 times to use the bathroom. But it got better eventually as well once my body got used to it. My friend Saravana Kumar is like, I can use the bathroom that often, I don't have time da அப்படின்ட்டு. இவர் பெரிய உசைன் போல்ட், மூச்சா போற 3 செகண்ட்ல தான் 300 மைல் தாண்டி 3க்கு போறான். The second mistake I did was I thought I will be hungry in the middle of the night, so I used to have a very heavy dinner as my last meal, to a point that there will be nothing on the plate, not even a single rice will be spilled over. The ants in my house migrated to my neighbor's house because of starvation. We don't need that extra calories for the night. As a matter of fact, usually we have been eating more than what we need. If you're really concerned, you could move the heavy dinner to breakfast and lunch and have a light dinner so that you will have a better outcome. We are not camel that we need to store the food for the night. As a matter of fact, we have more food in the body that will cover the entire lifespan of a camel. My friend Saravana Kumar is like, what happens if a kid wakes up in the middle of the night hungry? I was like, this concept applies to all ages, and wait a minute, you don't have a kid at all. And he was like, and the kolandaye nadandan. So similar to how we lock the front door before we go to sleep, it is better to lock the refrigerator as well. My friend Saravana Kumar's wife places the refrigerator key on the top of a treadmill so that even if he wakes up in the middle of the night, that is the last place that he will go. The biggest problem is we cannot do this ourselves. We need to change the mindset of the family and community surrounding us. For example, for Indian culture, we always had late dinner around like 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. Usually at 5 p.m. or 6 p.m., my mom used to give me snacks. மிச்சரு, முறுக்கு, குலாப் ஜாமுன்னு கண்ணா பேரா நடிச்சிருக்கேன். The fat from all the snacks that I had is coiled around like snakes inside my belly. Even when I changed, it was very difficult for my wife to come on board with this concept because she used to eat chips and soda in the middle of the night and wake up in the morning with abdominal bloating and check her pregnancy test and tells me that it is negative again. So it will take time. Please take time to educate your friends, family members so that everybody is on board. This is the real investment that you are doing. For any investment, you need to have a family decision. Only then the outcome will be good. If you invest on your health, I can guarantee you that your long-term outcome will be excellent. The fourth problem is after changing the mindset of your immediate family members, then you need to change the community mindset because most of our Indian get-togethers happen only after sunset. Even if you decide not to eat anything during the get-together, they will tempt you with so many varieties under the moon. In all these parties, the main goal is to impress the guest with all the varieties possible. They think that more the varieties, the more impressed the guests are. They don't know that more than being impressed, their heart is getting compressed and they're getting depressed. TR மாதிரி பேசுறல, don't put word in my mouth. வார்த்தையை புடுங்காதன்னு சொல்றேன். The problem is you cannot say no to these get-togethers. Even if you ask them to move the function a little bit earlier, they will be like, ஒரு நாள் லேட்டா சாப்பிட்டா குறைஞ்சா போயிடுவேன். So what I do is before going to these get-togethers, I eat my dinner at home so that I will not be hungry over there. I'll just drink water. But one thing I'll do is I will take my lunch box with me and pack all the varieties as much as possible so that I can eat it the next day. Nanachu Paravala, my friend Saravana Kumar brings a big tiffin box. It looks like a leaning tower of pizza and he fills all the floors with chicken leg pizza. Another main problem is the work hours. Sometimes we work late in the hospital and when we come back home around like 10 or 11 p.m. we are so hungry that we don't care about the time and we start eating right away. So later I decided to plan for the day. As a family, instead of asking what are we going to eat for dinner, we decided to ask when are we going to eat our dinner. If I expect to come home late the next day, I used to pack my lunch and dinner in the morning and then take it along with me to the hospital. And if I'm delayed, I would eat the dinner right in the hospital. My friend Saravana Kumar is like, "Day pal, if I pack my dinner in the morning, it gets so cold in the evening for dinner." I was like, please get an insulator lunch box. If not, insulin will put you inside a box. The most common question that I get from my patients when I explain this to them is that what if I have acidity? I had acidity as well. Can you imagine a gastroenterologist having acidity? That is what we call job guarantee. It took 6 weeks for me to reset and then I did not have any problem at all. Imagine you are making a big lifestyle change. It is a shock to your body. It's going to take some time to reset. Your body is saying, "Apdiye shock aiten." My stomach has burnt so many times all these years on seeing people having flat stomach. For 6 weeks, it doesn't hurt anymore. The other question that I get asked is, what if I'm a night shift worker? You know, many patients work from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. The exact same concept works for you as well. As soon as you finish your shift, you start eating, you go to bed, and then you wake up around like 3:34 and try to eat again to stick to this 8-hour, 10-hour or 12-hour window from sunrise to sunset, and I guarantee you that you will not feel hungry overnight when you are working. I was asking my friend Saravana Kumar, out of smoking, drinking and eating late at night, which are you going to stop? He is like, I'm going to stop your friendship. நட்புனா என்ன தெரியுமாடா? நண்பனா என்ன தெரியுமாடா? இன்சுலின் என்ன தெரியுமாடா? And some of my friends ask me, "Day pal, if the sun sets before 4 p.m. in certain countries, what will you do?" Even if you are in the moon, you have to eat before sunset. The other question is, can this concept be applied for breastfeeding mothers? There is a common misconception that breastfeeding moms require more calories than needed. That is not true. They just require 300 more calories per day than the normal requirement. They don't need a lot. My wife was like, when she was pregnant, used to tell me, "பாப்பாவுக்கு ஐஸ்கிரீம் வேணுமாமா." இங்கே பாரு, உனக்கு ஐஸ்கிரீம் வேணும்னா நீ வாங்கி சாப்பிடு, எதுக்கு தேவையில்லாமல் பாப்பாவை இழுக்கிற? I used to do a podcast session with a baby bum. I will be like, time restricted feeding, you not eat more than 7 p.m. and my wife is like, ஐஸ்கிரீமும் வேண்டாம், ஒன்றும் வேண்டாம். Belly fat has to be taken seriously, especially for Indians, because body mass index will not tell you anything at all. Normal body mass index is 24.9. For Indians, it has come down to body mass index of 23. Even if you look thin, if your waist circumference is more than 80 centimeters for women and more than 90 centimeters in men, you are slowly creeping towards obesity. Your body is like your salary and your belly is like your debt. If your debt is more than the salary, all the loners like hypertension, diabetes, heart disease will come and look out for you. Unfortunately, you cannot even hide because your belly will get you caught. My friend Saravana Kumar is like, "Hey pal, life is very short. I'm going to enjoy the life to the fullest by eating whatever I want." I was like, "You can eat, but God will wash his hands off." See, everybody is going to die one day or the other. The point is not to prolong your life with this technique. It is just that whatever life we have, we can live the life to the fullest without visiting hospitals, without taking any medication, so that the quality of life is much, much better, even if it is a short life. Especially if you have young kids, it is absolutely important, whether you like it or not, to live until they turn 18. It is your damn responsibility. I cannot see one more GoFundMe page with people raising funds for those kids who have been left behind. Again, I repeat, if your waist circumference is more than 90 centimeters in men, more than 80 centimeters in women, it is absolutely important to take action right now. If you don't take action, it is criminal. புடிச்சு உள்ள தூக்கி போடுங்க சார். So after seeing this video, if you decide to change, I want to know why. I want to know the reason behind your change. Please write down in the comment section, why do you want to change? Stay tuned for future videos on how to tackle this belly fat. One belly at a time. It is absolutely important.